Hi guys, Tracy and Das. Welcome to my channel. This channel is going to be all things not documentaries and true crime. If you don't know already, my main channel is all about that because that's my passion. I love documentaries, I love true crime, but I like a lot of other things too. One of my all-time favorite shows, Married at First Sight. I am obsessed with Married at First Sight USA and Married at First Sight Australia. I had no idea there was a Married at First Sight UK. I got hooked. I started with season 10, which I know you shouldn't do, but I'm halfway in and I have to talk about it. So I just decided I'd get on here and start talking about it. I'll probably go back and recap from the beginning of season 10 and maybe even from season 1 if I get really into it, which I probably will. Started with episode 22 and this is episode 23, and I have a lot of very strong feelings. I'm sure you do too. So let's chat about it. Okay, so let's get started again. Season 10, episode 23. I hope Maeve gives Joe an opportunity to talk before she goes Richter on him. I imagine she won't. I imagine she'll just show her cray-cray right away. And, you know, I just don't think he has the energy for that right now with all he's going through. This is really what he's been afraid of the whole time. It's just not his personality. He's not super confrontational. And he's tried to talk to her calmly. I do think he really likes her, but I just don't see him long term with her if she's just going to be so overreactive all the time when just even the tiniest things don't go her way. She's an emotional girl. I get it. You know, it's just I don't think they're the right fit. And it's too bad because I thought they were so cute together. Now, Steve says Nellie should be more secure with herself and she shouldn't care that Julia Ruth is coming for him and he's not interested, and he told her it, so she should just be over it. I mean, what girl in her right mind would be okay with what's going on between her husband and Julia Ruth? I mean, she's coming on so strong. She's letting it be known to everybody that she's interested in Steve, and Nellie's just not okay with that. I mean, if the shoe was on the other foot and Nellie was getting pursued by one of the other guys on the show, how do you think Steve would take it? You think he'd be okay with it? I don't think so. I don't think so, Steve. You wouldn't be okay. But Julia Ruth is full of piss and vinegar. She is not a happy girl. Things are just not going her way, and she's not used to things not going her way. Are you kidding? That girl gets everything that she wants. So she's bringing it. Her gloves are off. And good Lord, please be kind to Joe. Joe is back and he has the cutest smile on his face when he sees Maeve, and she is just mad. And she is not even appreciating that he's been gone for a week and that he has been dealing with all this stuff. All she cares about is reprimanding him, scolding him, telling him, what about me? What about me? I knew she was going to do this, you guys. And it doesn't go over with Joe. Joe's like, what? With everything he's been through, he's like, what? This is not the reaction that he expected. This was not the homecoming that he thought he was going to get from her at all. He thought she was going to be super happy to see him. He was happy to see her. I really think Ashley went and messed everything up. I wish he would have kept his mouth closed. I mean, she probably still would have gotten a little bit mad, but I mean, she really thought, because of what Ashley said, that Joe was never into her and he was super not into her now. And that's not what he said at all. He never said that. He said he wasn't totally in love with her, but They hadn't been together that long. I mean, anybody that says they're totally in love with somebody after just a couple weeks is crazy. There's something wrong with them, or they don't know what real love is. They just use the word really loosely, which a lot of people do these days. But apparently Joe is not one of those people. And he was just saying, like, he's just not there yet. She goes real fast, and he's just not there yet. I really hope that Ashley gets called out by Joe. I hope that both Joe and Maeve see the footage, which we know they will, and I hope they have different feelings about what went down, because it was not portrayed accurately at all, and it wasn't fair to either of them. But, you know, Maeve shouldn't have listened to everybody but her man. She should have listened to Joe. Reese is really pretty chill, like Joe, and are very different, but it seems to be working. He seems to be calming her down, just like Joe is calming down Maeve. We'll see what happens there. I think he's starting to get feelings, and I think she is not pushing him as hard. She's just letting things flow a little bit more naturally. So she's listening to him. That's good. Grace, too, is not too pleased with another woman talking about hooking up with her man or being interested or attracted to her man. The question was asked, but I mean, not real smart to answer that question. It's going to make anybody upset. And April has been expressing that she really is kind of all about Ashley, or at least that's what it seemed to everybody. Although April says no, that's just not true at all. I don't know. I think she's pretty into him. And Grace just wanted to go with Ashley and talk to April together. Not confront her, but just have a conversation that it makes her uncomfortable. I mean, they were eventually able to do that, but she wanted to do that with Ashley. She didn't want Ashley and Grace having some side conversation about how jealous she was. I mean, no woman wants that. That's kind of embarrassing, to be honest. And really shady of Ashley. I mean, I'm starting to think Ashley's kind of a shady guy. And I think Grace is seeing that side of him, and it's making her pull away. April admits to not having an emotional connection to Leo, and Leo's smitten, but she's just not being intellectually stimulated at all, and women need to be impressed by their man, and he's just too much of a yes man for her. She wants someone to stand up to her and be their own person, and I don't know if she's ever going to get that from Leo. So after her argument with Joe, Maeve goes in and tries to get everybody on her side. She's crying. She's telling her story, which is not really accurate. It's not what happened. It's not what Joe said. But how would they know that? Luckily, a lot of the guys know Joe well enough to know that's not what he would have said or done, and they wanted to hear his side. But you know, Joe, he's not in the place to like defend himself. He just doesn't care enough right now. He's got too much going on with his family, and he's not doing that. I knew he wouldn't be into that. He wouldn't be into all the drama. He's made it very clear he's not a drama guy, and he was hoping, I'm sure, that everybody would kind of know that. He's been pretty clear about it, you know, but you know, I really wish things had gone differently for Maeve and Joe, but really she hasn't been herself since the very beginning. She tries to keep a lid on her volatility and her emotions, but she's just too explosive for him and too emotional. He needs somebody who's more stable and more calm, and that's who he needs to be with. He just needs a different type of personality altogether. Wow, poor Duvarney. This girl has really gutted him. I mean, he is just a shell of himself from when he first came on the show. Of course, she's going to gaslight him. I'm sure that's her MO for anybody that doesn't agree with her. She really knows how to control a man. She's a little vixen. Duvarney is really found his voice, and I'm here for it. I believe everybody else is here for it too. And Julia Ruth's speech at the dinner party was so weird. Her behavior is gross. When Nellie and Julia Ruth have this argument and everybody's kind of taking sides, Steve doesn't say a word. And when he does, you know whose side he takes? Not Nellie's. He totally goes off on everybody, tells them all to be quiet. And Nellie was like, are you serious? Because it was just so obvious that he was trying to get everybody to back off of Julia Ruth. And that was really telling, and this was really like an eye-opener. I really think there's something going on there. And if not now, soon. And it's kind of seeming like if she leaves, he leaves. I don't know. That's yet to be determined, but I really think we're going to learn something later down the line, that those two had something going. Tell me what you guys think. I mean, there's a lot going on here. This show's getting really good. I'm going to be back soon because I cannot wait to watch the next episode. And I'll just do a little recap for you as soon as I do. I hope you guys have a great weekend. And go ahead and check out my other channel if you're a documentary fan. All right? Take care, you guys. Bye.